Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So here we find ourselves on Cliff in the M10 Wolverine tank destroyer. Seems like every time I play this, I am the low tank on the totem pole. Since I've been trying to get this thing 3 marked, which I've had probably 10 matches, 12 matches in it now. I have never been middle to high tier in this tank. I'm always right on the very bottom. But anyway, so what I did, and you'll probably hear me say this a couple times in this video, that what I did is I went through and I picked 2 tanks per tier that I'm going to get 3 marked. And what I did is I looked at tanks that I have number 1 played in forever. Number 2, tanks that I had really crappy stats in, so, you know, to help bring the stats up in that tank. And number 3, I tried to find one or 2 of them that the gun mark was really low, like 0%, 2%. Love it when people fucking spam the map thing or spam it like that. It's so annoying as hell. But anyway, so the Wolverine was one of them that I picked, and I actually am very happy that I did pick it. Like I said, my stats previously in it were really bad, because when I got it, it was back in 2010, and I think I had 29, 30, right around that number of matches in it. Gun mark is 0%, so that means I haven't touched it in forever. So I picked it, and I changed up a little bit. I put the derp gun on it. I took the top tier gun on it, off of it, because average damage on that is 115, I think. With this gun, you can put a derp gun on it. Average damage for your HE round is 410, penetration is 53, and your heat shell, average damage is 350, penetration is 101. I only carry 4 heat shells. I don't like shooting heat to begin with, and with low tier, you're better off, to be honest with you, shooting your HE shells, because you're going to do probably more damage, because most everything at these lower tiers are pretty lightly armored. And 53 pen for a HE shell at this tier is actually very good, considering like a lot of the artilleries, since they did that nerf to them and took all the AP shells out and gave you only HE shells, the penetration on most of the artillery is right around 50 something on your tier 10s, 58 on your tier 10s, and around 20 to 30 something on your tier 8s. So we hit the Jackson and knock 101 off him. I think I actually finish him off here. Now with the derp gun, obviously you have to lead the shot substantially when they're moving like that, because the shell velocity on these derp guns are pretty slow, and you could sit there and watch the round fly across the map there, so you just got to be real careful. So anyways, I'm trying to get some position where I can get shots on the Type T-34, and I know to the left of me there's an M4 sitting over there, and he's got the derp gun on his tank, I believe. And you can see, even though... Sorry about that, guys. I had a phone call. So anyways, what I was saying is, with the derp gun, you know, like, average I've been hitting is like, let's see, 119, 144, 140, 130. But if you hit something that's very weakly armored, you'll do full damage. Kind of took that shot real quick, and just to get the shot off, I thought, and he's got the derp gun on his M4 too, if I remember right. But you know, so if the average damage of the top tier gun for this, which, you know, you shoot AP or APCR, whatever you get for ammunition on that, you're going to average 117 or 115 damage per hit. Where this one, you know, I've been averaging 130, 140, 144. You know, so I'm already doing over what the max or the average damage you're going to do with the standard top gun on this tank destroyer can do anyways. And then if you hit something like a T-67, and I believe I hit one up here, I can't remember if he's full health, but I've hit several of them, and you'll one-shot it. I mean, you will make that T-67 disappear. Anything that's lightly armored, you will just totally decimate. And a prime example is they've got the AT-8 tank destroyer and he's sitting over in this corner, right, you know, you see over here, and you'll see in a minute. I take a couple shots. Two of the shots I do like I think 18 damage or something like that, really low, and like 13 or something, another real low amount of damage. Well, he's not full health, but even if he was full health, I'd one-shot him. But anyway, so then I get a shot at his commander's cupola, and see ya. And I actually hit him for a substantial amount. I think it was, I want to say close to 200. Watch this. I almost make a big donkin' mistake here and roll myself over. I thought, oh shit, we're rolling. But I already just took a shot and missed because he hit right in front of me as I was going down the hill. But I know where Artie's at, where they always are on this map, sitting over here in the bushes. So I figured I'd get up here. I wanted to stop so my nods would kick on, but I didn't want to stop to give him a non-moving target. So we take out that artillery there, and they've got another one sitting over there, the AMX-13AM. But you'll notice, and this is a good pointer to once, I'll show you once I take this guy out. So when you know Artie's probably sitting over here, don't drive in a straight line, angle it. Make him have to keep traversing his artillery to make his bloom stay as big as the his screen and not be able to get a shot on you. When you drive straight at him, you're just saying, okay, shoot me. Because all he's got to do is aim in front of you, and that reticle's still shrinking in, still shrinking in, still shrinking in, and then he'll just pull the trigger, and you'll basically run into a shell. Well, when you go at an angle like that, he's sitting here, I'm angling this way. He's trying to, unless he's got like a turreted artillery where he doesn't have to move his whole body, he's going to have to move and move and move and move, and he's going to have a hell of a time, getting a shot on you. Because when we came up here, you saw I went up here at an angle, and then as soon as I come around this rock, I started going this way at an angle. Never drive straight at an artillery. You're just doing them a favor. So anyways, we get rid of those two artilleries, and that AT-8 sitting over here. This ARL-44 comes up here in a minute, and he gets in this area right here, so I couldn't get shots this way. I had actually come out around the rock here. At first I was going to back up and just get on cap. I'm thinking, screw it. I've only got 141 hit points. If he hits me, he can one-shot me. So I figure I'll make him come to us. And then he lit up, and I thought, what the hell? Let's try and get some more damage. Unfortunately, sometimes that bites me in the ass because I get kind of greedy. And, well, most everybody does. If you got a chance to get more damage, you always want to take it. So we hit him for 24 in that shot, and that's another thing you don't ever want to do. So I just popped up right here, came up over the hill, and then shot. Well, then I backed down. Don't ever go back up in that same spot because that AT-8 might be smart and pre-aimed in that area. Here I come rolling up, take a shot at him, and boom, I'm dead. So, I figured I'd come over here, and we take another shot. And we hit him for 16. The only thing I was really worried about is that AT-8 shooting at this ARL, hitting him, in the side here, and it ricocheting off and hitting me. Because I've had it happen. I actually did that to my son on accident once. Shot him off on the side of the turret, and he had it angled really good. It bounced off his turret, hit my son, and blew his tank up. This round here, it lobs right into his commander's hatch, and we finish him off. But you can see if you hit stuff in the right area. I hit him for 24, 16, and then I hit him in the commander's hatch, which is the weak spot on there, and hit him for 148 and finished him off. Yeah, so I'm really liking this, with the derp gun, and it's still got a really decent reload. It's only around 8 seconds for a reload with a derp gun. Normally you get a derp gun, you got like a 20-second or a 16-second load time, but this has got an 8-second load time, and it does a decent amount of damage when you hit stuff. Especially lightly armored stuff, you'll just decimate it. But anyways, if you want to hold on for a minute, I will have some post-game stats and actually another video for you. And I'll talk about it during that video, but want your guys' help to see if you think the artillery in that match, the guy was cheating using a cheat mod, because well, I'll explain it in that video. So just to give you kind of a heads up that you guys want your professional input to see if you think this guy was cheating using a some sort of hack mod, something. But anyways, yeah, if you want to hold on for a minute, I'll be right back. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls. So, I picked, like I said in one of my earlier videos, I picked, excuse me, 2 tanks per tier that I'm going to go ahead and get 3 marked, and the Wolverine is one of them. And basically I was really kind of showing this one mainly, or this whole video entourage about the Wolverine is to show you guys that this tank destroyer is actually very good with the setup I have with that derp gun. If you have the was it a 75 or 57 millimeter, whatever the top tier gun is for this thing, take it off and put the derp on here. You will be oh so much happier with the derp gun. The reason I'm doing this video is the artillery on the enemy team, the guy in the grill, yeah, this Ganchev 77, you guys tell me what you think regarding him cheating. And I really feel he was cheating in this match, because you'll see well, actually at the end of the match, where I killed a friendly arty, moved around a little bit, it was like maybe a minute past, give or take, and then all of a sudden, boom, out of the blue, I get hit by the grill, and he knocks me out. Well, after the match, I sent him a message, and I said, hey, just for future reference, I want to know if you mind, answering a question, how'd you spot me, or how did you see me to kill me? And because I just had a feeling he was kind of a little, something hanky was going on, a little bit of Mr. Hanky there. So and I also messaged 3 other people on that team, the Stug 3G and the Chinu Kai, because those were the only other 2 tanks that could have been possibly even remotely near me to have lit me up. And both those 2 guys said that they don't know how I was lit. They were nowhere near me. And actually the Chinu Kai said that he felt something was a little bit fishy with that arty shot knocking me out like that, because I wasn't lit, and all of a sudden, bam, I'm dead. He said he thought I actually had fell off the side of the cliff or something and killed myself. And I said, nope, I was killed by your artillery. And so at the very end, I just I'll point it out when it's getting really close to the end, and I want you guys, and check this out. We've got 2 kills, and look at this. Almost half our team is already dead. I'm like, what a fucking bunch of retards. I always love it when I get a team full of Muppets. It's not bad in a way sometimes, because then you have a chance to do a lot more damage, but also, now that over half our team is dead, because, oh jeez. Yeah, they've killed 8 of our 15 tanks, and they're going to continue on. Now they've killed 9. I had a really good game in this match. You can see with the derp gun on this, sometimes you hit for very little, sometimes you hit for a decent amount. If it's a lightly armored tank, a lot of times you can basically one-shot stuff. But, like the Churchill 3, great frontal armor, so, you don't do a substantial amount of damage a lot of times. But like a T-67, it rolls in front of you, which you'll see in a minute. I'll one-shot it. I really like the derp gun on this. I had it completely set up wrong when I first started playing it eons ago when the game came out. And this was one of the tanks that I chose to 3-mark, doing that because, obviously to get my stats brought up in it, or I get a 3-mark, but also to bring my stats up in it, because I had When I started playing it again just recently, I had 30, I think 30 matches in it, because I think I've got 42 or something like that in it now. My mark of excellence was at 0 because I never played this when they had started the mark of excellence things. And I'm already up to like close to, or over 50, I think 51% or something like that. And so I really like this tank destroyer. It's got that derp gun on this thing is just badass, and the reload on it is really nice too. It's only like 8 seconds, but you see the T67 there. He's 360. Matter of fact, I don't. Maybe I didn't one shot him. I thought I might have. Yeah, I did. Okay, so I did. Yeah, so we knocked him out. He was actually having a pretty good game too, I think. Let's pause that real quick. No, he had 1 kill. I thought he had more kills than that. But you can see, like, the T-34, you know, we just basically wrecked him in the T-67. Now, what I should have done right here real quick is kind of got over here. That's the mistake I made, was staying right there, because obviously I'm still lit. Now, I decide to head over here to get up on the hill, because I'm thinking, so you can see where the Stug was. He said that that's where he was pretty much the whole time. And when I got spotted and killed, I was on the north side of this hill right here, and he said that he didn't see me, he didn't spot me, and the Chinook Kai last spotted was up on the hill, and when I got up there he was gone, and he said he was back over here somewhere, but he said he didn't spot me either. And then for an artillery to just take a shot and get a direct hit, I mean, what are the, you know, anywhere I could have been on the map, because I stood up there, I killed that, oh, what artillery is the SU-8 here in a minute, and you know, I could have booked down the other side of that hill and been long gone anywhere on the map, but I stayed up on the hill because I was using my view range, because I got nods on this, and I'd stop, let it light up like I do here. You'll see me stop in a second. Actually, I think I keep going here, but when I get up on the hill, I stopped, and I'd stop moving, let my nods and my camo nut kick on, and you know, I could light way the hell out here, you know, by myself. There was nothing, absolutely nothing near me that could have possibly have lit me up. And I reinforced that by, when I had messaged 2 tanks that would have been, if anything, the ones to light me up, and they both said no, they had nothing to do with lighting me up. So the grill had to have been using some sort of cheat mod, something. But so anyways, something gets on our cap here. I'm gonna go a little, I hate to do it, the long way around here, but you can see a shot just hit right there. Don't know who it was, obviously, but you'll see when I come around the corner here, I get on the edge and I'll stop and I let my nods kick on. So anything that was on the cap, unless he was going the other way, pretty much you'll watch. I mean, I'll let my nods kick on and watch. So if you look at my green line, anything in this vicinity, obviously, the rock's in my way over here, but so anything in front of me. So basically, anything in this whole area over here. If there would have been anything right there, I would have spotted it just now. Rocks in the way, so I think you still have to, even though it says I could light that area over here, I think you still have to have line of sight. But, so no shots on me. I move, and then I figure I'm going to reposition over here. And you can see there was a shot just taken right there. And there's 2 Arties. There's, what is it, the Grill and the Hummel. So that might have been the Hummel. So I figure I'm thinking maybe they're sneaking up along this, around this way here. So I figure I'm going to come up here, hop in the bush, and stop for a second. Now, I just knocked that little thing over right there, but in order for artillery to see me knock that bush over, they would literally have to have a cheat mod where you can zoom way out in the artillery view and see that tree get knocked over. Otherwise, he would have been able to see, like, more than likely, you know, if I were playing artillery, I would have thought the guy, me, would have been on this side trying to get lights, you know, not over here. So he would have had to have the cheat mod on there to zoom way the fuck out in order to hit this, see this whole area. Because otherwise he would have seen maybe this area, or this area, but not this area unless he was using a mod showing a tree, you know, when you knock a tree over, or you know, I do, you know, where when I play artillery, where you're trying to spot the other arty, you watch for a shell to come flying out of nowhere, and obviously that's where arty is. So you can see trees get knocked over and stuff if you're zoomed kind of right over it. But when you're at a zoomed out, it's harder to see those trees get knocked over. So all I can think of is he had a mod pack, a cheat mod on here to show when I knocked that tree over. Because watch. Now I stop, let my nods kick on. Now you see I'm not lit. There's nothing. If there was any frickin' tank at all, anything in this whole area, I would have just lit it. And boom. Tell me that motherfucker is not cheating somehow. If you tell me that he is not cheating, explain to me how he did not just cheat to get that. I mean, a direct hit on an unlit tank. That, what are the odds of being able to hit that? Damn mouse batteries time. To be able to get that shot and kill. What are the odds? Very, I mean, that dude would have a better odds of playing the lottery and win it. That, I mean, he had to have been using a cheat mod of some sort to actually get a direct hit on me. Now, I could see maybe a splash where he might have hit me or shot in that bush and maybe splashed me for a little bit or something. But come on, a fucking direct hit? You know, give me a break. And he's still setting, well, yep, he's still setting right there. Because see where he's lit right there? And this is obviously built into the game from Wargaming. And when I got hit, it lit in that general direction right there. So he's still setting right over there. But for him to actually get a spot-on shot, dead on, perfect, and kill me, yeah, somebody's used a cheat mod somehow. If you have other thoughts on this and you think that you know how he spotted me mystically and magically, let me know. I'd be really interested to hear your thoughts. So, anyways, yeah. So, if you see that guy in the grill there, what's his name? Ganchev 77. Well, you better watch out, because I can guarantee he's going to smack you upside the head when you're not lit and kill you. Jesus, hate fucking cheaters. But anyways, yeah, if you want to hold on for a minute, I'll have some post-game stats for you. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I thought I'd throw this match in here. Yeah, because I just had the replay of an earlier match I had in the Wolverine. And like I said, or at least I think I said, I picked 2 tanks per tier, and I want to go ahead and get them 3 marked, and this is one of them that I had picked to get 3 marked. Ought to be pretty simple to get this one 3 marked. I mean, doing damage like this and this thing, I'm jumping up like 6 and 7 sometimes, real close to like 10%, up towards the 65% you need to get a mark on a gun. But anyways, the reason I'm throwing this one in here, well, let me go over the results here. So it's a Master Badge Class 1, Fire for Effect Bruiser, and High Caliber. We got 1 bond out of that deal. We hit the T-150 5 times for 416, and, excuse me, knocked out his fuel tank, and damage upon us destroying his track was 273. We spotted the SU-8, originally killed him. Took 2 shots to knock him out for 270 hit points and destroyed his track. Churchill 3, hit him twice for 187, knocked out his track, destroyed his track, knocked out his gunner. The T-34, we finished him off, hit him 3 times for 450, knocked out his engine, track, destroyed his track observation device, and knocked out his driver. And the T-67, we hit him for 1 shot him, basically his full health, 360, 1 shot him, knocked him out, knocked out his track commander and his gunner. So, yeah, this was a very sad team. Look at this. We had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Almost over half the team do 0 damage. How pitiful is that? It sucked because this was a loss, but well, we'll finish this. So anyways, I got 1,683 damage, 3 kills, and a base experience on a loss for 611. I actually got, excuse me, 3, 4, fifth highest on the off the winning team. If even though I was on the losing team, obviously I would have got fifth highest on the winning team. On the winning team, even though it was a loss for me. So not too shabby. And considering this was a tier 6 match, and I was in a tier 5, or was this? No, this had some tier 7s in it, didn't it? Yeah, whatever. So anyways, we had 16 shot, 13 hit, 13 pen, 1,683 damage from a distance of 300 meters or more, 603. Spotted 1, damage 5, destroyed 3. Damage with our assistance was 319. Yeah, we got that courageous resistance, so we got a bonus of 392 credits. After all was said and done, we made 26,726 credits. The reason I was showing this, or I showed this video, and obviously I said it during the actual replay, can somebody explain to me how an artillery can hit you when there's absolutely no enemy tanks around you? I don't have 6th sense on this tank yet, but the view range I have on this, I would stop, and I should have lit anything in a huge area. And it's, you know, I stopped a few times, let the nods kick on, didn't light anything, and next thing I know, already drops around right on my head and kills me. Something just smells a little fishy. I think somebody had a cheat mod on there to show where either I knocked something over or I just don't know. I just about crapped my pants when that arty round hit me and blew me up. I'm like, what in the hell? I don't condone cheating at all by any means. And, if that's what it takes for somebody to feel good about themselves, to cheat to win. Because I could have probably, the way it was going there, I mean, I was a one shot for most everything, but I feel pretty confident that I probably could have won that match. And then for somebody to cheat to get a kill, it pisses me off. And, I could have been wrong, but when I was stopping and my nods were kicking on and lighting nothing at all, absolutely nothing, and then for an arty round after I killed their arty, 2 minutes later to just a direct hit, it wasn't a splash, a direct hit and knock me out, something just smells a little fishy to me. But if, you guys tell me what you think. Maybe I'm out in left field here, and I mean, I actually messaged a couple people on the enemy team there. I messaged the guy that killed me, and I said, hey, just let me know how you killed me, or, was I spotted? I just want to know for future reference, and he wouldn't answer me back. So I messaged the Chinukai and the Stug 3G, and I said, did you guys light me in that match? And both of those guys said no. And then the Hummel, I messaged him, and he never answered me back. But I imagine that the Hummel, if I remember, last spotted or something, he was way over on the north side of the map, not even near me. But the Stug 3G and the Chinukai, the only two that could have lit me, both messaged me back and said, no, we didn't spot you, we were nowhere near you. Actually, the Chinukai said that he had no clue how artillery spotted me and hit me. He actually said that he thought it was a little bit fishy too. But yeah, I got a feeling the guy in the grill here had a little bit of cheating going on. Yeah, I just don't condone cheating. That pisses me off because I could have probably actually, finished that match off and won it for our team. And then for somebody to cheat to get a win, that's pretty piss poor. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, please click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. You guys take it easy, be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.